you guys, how is everyone doing today? I decided to do my demonstration speech on how to cook rice. Today I have brown rice instead of white rice. I usually prefer white rice, but all I have is brown rice. So I've already pre-boiled the water. Of course, cooking rice takes about 20 minutes. So what I did was I waited until my water started boiling, and then I put my rice in there and let it get going until I decided to record my video. So right now I prefer to use a spatula to stir my rice. It is easier and better to stir the rice with this. It gets it going a little bit and the grains to kind of open up in the rice. And I also have a strainer. I know some people have bigger strainers. I actually have a small strainer and a big strainer. I'm using a small strainer because it's not a lot of rice, as you can see. So right now, it's actually going pretty well, cooking the rice. Brown rice takes a little longer than white rice. You want to make sure your brown rice is not hard. Yeah, you don't want to make sure white rice is hard either, but brown rice, it's just a thicker piece of grain than what a white rice is. White rice, when you get it, it's already kind of like, not pre-cooked, but kind of pre-cooked. So you want to make sure you constantly stir. You don't want to have your rice sitting in the pot because that's when it starts to burn. And also, you want to make sure that when you go to pick it up, that it looks kind of like tender. You want it to, and I also like to taste my rice. So what I do is I pick it up on the spatula and I'll kind of turn it here. And I like to take it and just taste it. So still kind of tastes grainy almost. You don't want it to taste like that. Now, I know some people, because it's more so of health, they want it to let it be grainy, but when you put it like with red beans or something, you don't want to be chomping down on rice. So I'll let it go further. The reason why I decided to do my demonstration on how to cook rice is because learning how to cook rice or fry an egg is the first thing you learn when learning how to cook. That is like the main technique of cooking. So, of course, everyone should know how to fry an egg. If you don't, then I would love to teach you because it's really easy. But rice is a little hard because some people don't know the difference between when it's done or if it's like overdone, which means like if it's overdone then it's gooey and nasty and everything like that. So I'm going to continue to check on this and keep stirring. And you want to make sure that, like I said, you keep stirring. And from what I see, the rice is starting to rise up to the top of the water, and that's what you want. And you want to keep your stove on above medium because that keeps the water very hot and boiling. You want to make sure your water is constantly boiling. You never want it to sit. I know some people, when they feel like they don't have enough water in the pot because they put too much rice, they add more water. Well, if you do that and if you decide to add more water, you want to make sure your water is hot as well. You never want to add medium temp or cold to a boiling hot of water. You never want to do that. So I think this is done. And then, like I said, I will go ahead and taste it again. I try to get one right off the top because of course it's going back. I think it's done. This is perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my stove off. I'm going to put my strainer into the sink, and I'm going to go ahead and move this camera right here. And as you can see, it's in the sink. So, since it's in the sink, I'm going to take it from off of the stove, take the pot off of the stove, and I'm going to just strain it into my strainer. And sometimes you have rice left over in the pot. So what I like to do is take some water, and I like to get the rest from out of the pot and strain it into the strainer. That's the best way to get all your excess. And also the reason why I like to run the water as I'm straining the rice is because it gets all the yucky stuff that's on the rice. You don't want to just strain it and then it has the stuff that it was boiling in and serve it. You never want to do that. So that's why I like to run the water when I'm straining my rice. And then I let the water run across from the rice. And that once that's done, I take it and I just swirl it all around. And then I get a finished product. Cooked brown rice. Really easy, really simple. I know you don't want it to be hard or you don't want it to be gummy. So that's the best way to cook brown rice. Now white rice is very different. It takes a little shorter time and it also rises to the top. But the thing is with white rice, they have like a foam at the top of it, so you want to make sure you clean that off when you strain it as well. I hope everyone enjoyed my speech on how to cook rice, or brown rice I should say. I hope everyone has a great week and thank you for watching.